Hello, hola, yeah, good afternoon from Nairobi, Kenya, specifically from Kibera slums. And guys, if you're new to the channel, my name is Makamusi. You can also call me Aquaman, and I'm with Kennedy here.
Hello guys, good afternoon. My name is Kennedy, and I am with Makamusi today. Yeah, for a chit chat session. So we're just having a random conversation, and we want to hear your views about this session. And yeah, if you want more of this, we can talk about it. Yes. So thank you guys, and thank you for your supporting Makamusi and watching us. Yes.
Yeah, and my people, we had a chit chat with Ken, and Ken has managed to get out of Kibera and outside of Kenya, and he was encouraging me to get a passport. But the good news, guys, I have my passport here with me. This is how it looks like. Yeah, and I just want to ask Ken, how did you manage to get out of Kibera, and which country did you visit?
Yes. So I didn't actually visit a country. So the only thing I managed to move out of the country because of work. So I got a job in Europe as a support person. So in the tech sector. Mm-hmm. So I was in Budapest, mm-hmm. But first I was in one of the villages in Budapest. So in Hungary. Yes. So I got to work there as an IT support person, and that's how I found myself in Europe. So from Kibera, it was like no connection at all. It was just applying for a job. Then I went through the interview process and I was selected for the role. So I traveled to Europe, and that was my first experience moving out of Kibera. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'd like to know more about how was the experience.
Yes, it was really bad experience anyway. I would say because you see,
but again,
it was nice experience because I'm exploring
the world.
Mm-hmm. I'm coming out of my Kibera, seeing the other side of the world. But generally, it accumulated to being very bad, slightly bad experience at the end of the day. But generally, before the bad side, it was really an amazing experience. Seeing the world, seeing people outside of your origin. Mm-hmm. Being the one that when people come here, like for example, when the whites come in Kibera, you see how the kids they look at them.
Yeah, you're the same.
Yeah, the
same experience.
Yes, the same experience. So that was it. Like you go into a village where there's no black people, mm-hmm. and now you're the only black person there. So they start looking at you like, how did you manage to get here?
Yes. And I would like to see your passport and the visa.
Yeah, I can show you. I showed you. So where is my passport?
My family members should I've never had a visa, and that is can I say my dream.
So where do you want to go to? Which country would you like to go to?
I have many countries.
Which one is your favorite?
I think US, UK and Canada, they are my favorite countries.
I don't know, but for me, if I'm going back to abroad, I'm choosing Europe. I don't know, I just find peace of mind there, and I feel I haven't been to US or something like that, mm-hmm. But people prefer them because of economical benefits. Mm-hmm. But I felt like I was more welcome in
Europe than
and I feel like if I'm supposed to go back, I'm just going back to Europe, probably Germany or maybe Austria. I really love Austria so much. I wish I could stay there.
And if you are one of our family members from Austria, we need to see that flag represented on the comment section, guys. And
so you want to see a visa? Yeah, this was my Hungarian visa on my passport. Yeah, it's like this. Mm-hmm. So you get you see those empty pages on your passport.
Oh, these ones, huh?
Yes.
Guys, mine is so empty.
Yes, you don't have to.
Yeah, mine is so empty. Guys.
It's empty like this. So they print. Y'all know about this. So they print visas on the empty papers on the passport. So This was mine. I got printed this one. I can't show you because of my information, but you can at least have a glimpse of it. So yeah. So guys, you can see. I had this. Let me show you. This you see this is Frankfurt, Main. Yes, so this is when you enter. I went through Germany. So
this one, guys. Yeah.
So when you go to there's something called airport check. Okay, so when you enter an airport like an international, when it's an international arrivals, they have to check your details if you have a correct document. So they give us a stamp for entry. So when I went there first, I went through Frankfurt and they gave me that stamp. Yes. So I've been there. I've been to different countries. You know, when you're in Europe, you can travel along.
Oh,
there are extra 26 countries. I don't know, 27 countries. Yes.
27.
Yeah, for all the countries under European Union.
Oh,
yes,
that's nice. So you've been all to those 27.
No.
How many countries?
So first I went through Germany. Then I went to Hungary because that was the place I was going to work. And from Germany I managed to go to Croatia. And I also went to Poland. But because like this was just on holidays, now you have time, you want to travel, and you can just take a train. And I also went to France and Vienna, Austria.
Hey.
Yes, I went to Vienna, Austria. And there's this country, Slovenia. Yes, I also went to Slovenia. But I went to Slovenia because one of my friends was a truck driver and I sabotaged the journey. So,
so you went to
with him there.
Hey, but you said it was a, can I say, a dark moment for you?
Yes,
you need to narrate for us and for family members.
You see, this was different place. It was a different environment, right?
No people around, you know.
And I mean, no people of my kind. I'm not used. I'm used to people from Kibera, maybe people from Kenya.
Yeah.
But like I was in a village, right? The place was called Zombathi. It's in Hungary. So we were working as I told you I was a tech support because I've done IT, right?
Yeah, guys. Yes. Is a genius in IT.
I did IT in my campus during my campus. So I did IT. So I went to do Cisco support. I was working under, I mean, it's like an agency, IT agency, but now they help to build products for different tech companies. So I was working under Cisco products, so we were helping building the motherboards for Cisco. So I was mainly focused on, first thing I went in as a tester, then later I was trained to be a BGA operator. So you see the motherboard, there's something called the BGA, ball grid array. So it is you have to like solder it on the motherboard, and do the testing. So I was mainly focused on that, doing the X-ray, doing the BGA soldering, and ensuring that the whole system worked according to what is written. Yes, so that was the first job I went to do in Europe. Unfortunately, everything went bad because I fell sick, right? So, yeah.
It was a bad experience.
I got sick after my friend got sick first, like my friend Peter. So we were with him and Peter got sick first and he couldn't work. Then after maybe like 3 weeks I also got sick. I don't know, was it the environment or something like that?
I think maybe.
Yes. Then after that I couldn't work anymore. So when I got sick while I was on duty, like I was on shift. So they called in an ambulance and I was rushed to the hospital and they locked me there for like around 30 days now.
30 days?
Yes. So
like it was like a quarantine or something?
No. It was. I was isolated for some, because you see I had some, I don't know, but something more than chronic pneumonia or something like that. So I was isolated for 30 days in the hospital, right? So they were doing research every day. They'll come up in the morning with syringe.
Guys, not sounding funny, but you know, so in a foreign country, and then.
But I can show you. You see, it was a very, even though it was, I wouldn't say I would compare it with the Kenyan hospital. Yes, we have nice hospitals in Kenya, yes, but for them they were very accommodative for me because I was in an hospital where I was the only black person, and it wasn't really a bad experience because they gave me everything I needed at the moment. The only thing is that you're being locked there for 30 days, you don't have any person to visit. Yeah,
you don't have people around, your friends. It's a new country.
And you can't eat ugali, man.
But then how was the food there?
It was always soup. Soup with rice soup. I'll show you the hospital bed.
And you know, guys, in Kenya, staple food is ugali.
Yes. So
ugali nyama, ugali skuma. Yeah, that's the favorite food here.
I have a photo of the hospital here. I wanted to show you. It's a very nice. They gave me a very nice room. for the 30 days. So I was assigned some nurses that would come every morning to check up on you. So this was the room I used to stay there.
Yeah, guys, you can see. Yeah, and
Yes. But like, you know, every morning you have to they have to come and take some blood samples. So every day around 5, you'll hear things like Guten Morgen. They talk about you know, Hungarians, they speak Hungarian. They speak Hungarian languages.
Hungarian. And I think we have some of the subscribers from Hungary.
From Hungary?
Yeah.
Yes, I was in Hungary, so and I loved that place anyway.
And did you learn their language?
Yes, I learned few things.
You can say hi.
Yes, so when I want to, there's something I was taught by my friend Nicole. She's Hungarian, and she taught me how to say hi. You can say something like Sia, and then my name is so your name is Makamusi. So you say Anevem Makamusi.
Anevem Makamusi.
Yeah. It's like, my name is Makamusi, I want to be your friend. You can say Sia Anevem Makamusi. Shive Shen Laneka Baratod.
Hey, that one I'm lost.
So Sia Anevem Kennedy Shive Shen Lanek Baratod. I don't know if I got it right, but that's something I was taught.
Oh.
Yes.
But
like
for me, guys, can't even try to pronounce.
It's nice experiencing different cultures, right?
Yeah. So, and the food?
The food was amazing. The only problem that it was there were no ugali. You know, in Kenya we used to ugali. So every time I have to eat meat, chicken. You know, chicken wings, they're very cheap. Yeah. So I used to buy like a bunch of chicken wings and with rice. So before I go to work, I have to cook like a whole week meal, then put it in the fridge. So every time I just come in from work, and
rice.
Yeah, I had a 12-hour shift, 5 to 5. So you carry food. And when you come back, sometimes you're tired. You just warm the food.
And then you eat and then get a rest. Hey, guys.
Yes.
It's
something you need to experience.
Yeah, it's amazing and interesting chit-chat.
So,
guys, if it was me, my experience getting out of Kibera, I think it will be, I will live my, I think, best life ever. But you said your experience wasn't good.
Yeah, I was planning to live my fullest life anyway. So I went there to enjoy. Apart from working, you know, I was trying to explore.
Yeah.
And so it because I told you I was sick, right? So after 30 days, you know what? I was discharged. I appreciate my doctor, Dr. Simba. You know, I remember everybody that was with me. Actually, Dr. Simba. I was surprised his name is Dr. Simba.
Simba in Kenya means a lion.
A lion. They know that song.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
You know that cartoon of Simba? You know the cartoon of Simba?
Yeah.
So I think the parents loved that mini and they gave it the name. So yeah, he was the main doctor there at the hospital, and he was really nice. So yeah, you know, the problem was the communication. So every morning we would just use translators and everything, but they would assign me a translator to come in and try to explain what was the issue and all that. And I had some doctor, and there was this lady, my nurse. Let me tell you, I had a nurse called Angelica Gabor. Whatever you are, I really love you so much. The lady was, you know, I was isolated, right? Because probably maybe they thought I had TB or things to do with airborne diseases, and you know, they're very, you know, it's not something good. They have to check that. So, you know, I was isolated.
They take it seriously.
Yes, I was isolated because they had to do research to make sure that I'm not in a bad position, or maybe I might affect the environment, right? So in my room, when the doctors would come in, they'll wear those things. You remember those people?
The corona time. Yeah.
Yes.
Mask, so, everything covered their face.
Before somebody entered my room, they have to wear those. I felt so bad because it wasn't. I felt very bad because
that was the craziest moment for you.
Then there was this lady, Gabor. She was very nice. She was a nurse, and she used to come and, you know, check on me there. She would just, you know, the other people, the other doctors would come in the room wearing those things.
Yeah, she will come. Yeah, never come.
Angel would come in, get me some juice. You know, what do you want today? And
take like she was never scared.
No. She would come sit with me. We could talk. Like until she was even later she was told to focus on our queue. They told you're too much in this room. Focus on your work.
Maybe she had a crush on you.
I don't know. But generally, she was so accommodative. She used to give me food. I was not like I didn't have anybody there, and only the people that we used to work with would come in maybe to check out. But for Angel, she was working there, so she would after every 30 minutes she would come into my room, and smile. And say,
she was angel sent, I can say.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you are sick, everybody is I can say scared of you, and then there is this one person who is ever caring. That is meaning she was an angel being sent to you.
And her name was Angel. I've never talked to her ever since I left the hospital, because but I had her Facebook. We chatted one time to appreciate her. I told her, what you did was amazing. You were very nice to me. And she said, that's how she is. She's a very nice person. But no, after that, I got discharged. And I got discharged around 11 a.m. Then later in the evening, I got a call from the HR that they're going to give me a very important information the following day before 9 a.m. You know what happened? They fired me the next day.
Fired you?
Yes, they fired me. Yes, they fired me the next day in the morning after being discharged
from hospital.
Yes. So I was still weak. And it went so fast that I couldn't even protect myself that time. Because they were like,
you are from hospital now. You are being informed. You have important information for you.
Yes.
And then shock of your life is being fired.
Yes. The main reason, yes, Dr. Simba told me, you're okay, you can go back to work after 1 week. But when I shared with this, the work nurse, the company's nurse, she told me I was under medication for 6 months and I couldn't work. When I'm on my medication.
So I think the company was supposed to take in charge of everything, paying you a salary for almost 6 months.
No,
they ignored. They just ignored.
So it was not. I was okay. The doctor said
you can go back to work
after 1 week, right?
Oh,
and I was okay. I was already discharged.
But continue taking medicine.
But now I have to take those I was prescribed the medicine for around, and they were very expensive medicines, So I had to buy it like after every 2 weeks. I had to spend around because 35,000, that was around 70,000 Kenya shillings. But 2 weeks.
That's around how many dollars?
That's around. It's around.
Maybe say 200. You are interrupted by a phone call, but you can continue.
Yeah, so I was saying, I was telling you about me getting fired. So I got fired the next day after being discharged, and the only reason was the company nurse told me that I'm under medication, and I was supposed to take medication for 6 months, so I couldn't go back to work until I'm done with my medication. Right, so they said the only way is you to go back to Kenya and heal first, then you can come back to work. But that was a setup.
What? Now I'm from Kenya, I'm from Kibera, out of Kibera slums, and then I'm seeing, you're seeing new experience in the other country, and you're being told now go back to your country.
Yeah, and this was not related to any productivity issues or anything. It was related to being sick. It was not. If you get fired because you're not being productive, it makes sense, right?
It makes sense too.
Yeah, so I was fired because I was under medication for the next few months, which I couldn't work. But literally, I had a letter from my doctor that said I can work after 1 week of being discharged. And I was okay also. I used to jump under I used to do training, morning exercises using the hospital.
Like a
those
gym.
Supports.
Doing every training for to keep fit.
Yeah, and you used to do it with that. Angel would come and have you done some exercise? Yeah, she would come in and ask me to. So that was the bad. Things started getting bad from that point. Yeah.
So it also you need to buy medicine. Because they are expensive, $500.
Yeah, they were expensive, and I need to buy them around for every 2 weeks for the next 6 months.
And then you need to eat.
Yes.
You need to have a good shelter. Hey,
So the thing is,
you again needed to go back to your country.
the thing is, with them, they gave you obviously you have an apartment, you have a company driver, all those you get, and you know by that time I was under 23 years, so I could not pay tax. That's the good thing with Hungary. When you're below 25 years, you don't pay tax. So I was not paying tax, and I get extra 60,000 on my salary for being below 25 years. So you can imagine, being below 25 years, you get extra 60,000. You don't pay tax. I wish Kenya we could do that. Yeah, so I would get a huge salary at the end of the day compared to the rest of the workers, because I was still, still under 25 years.
You have a more advantage.
Yes. So that when I got fired, now I started, reality kicked in. Like I'm going back to Kibera, man. I've been in the hospital. We've spent a lot of money, and now I thought I'm going to work. My contract was supposed to end at 2027. We're in 2025. We still have 2 more years, and that time, so I'm coming back home, and I have no job. Man, I
have no job.
Yes, you have no money, you have no savings.
Depending on you.
Yeah, that's the worst thing, because for me, my family depended on me.
Yeah. You are a sole.
I was the first person in my family to.
In fact, the entire village got hungry.
See an airport, right? So it was a bad. Things started getting, and you know what I did? I got a call from the HR around 9 a.m. in the morning, right? The next day after being discharged. So I was told, we are sending you termination papers, you're sending your tax letters and all that. So I received all that, but they didn't give me time to think about it, because if I had time to think, I could have made the right decisions. Yeah. They just told me, we are sending you termination papers. Within the next 2 hours, they sent termination papers, right?
What?
Now, that same day, they told me, we have activated your flight. So your flight will be around 6 a.m.
You need to go.
Yeah.
Now.
So
paid even.
So 2 a.m. The flight was supposed to be 6 a.m. right? Now let's say today it's 11 a.m. already. Now we're going overnight. 6 a.m. I'll be at the airport, and it's from it's some Budapest and Zombati is 4 hours with the driver. So driving from there to town, because the main airport is in Budapest. So we had to drive the driver to Budapest, right, for 4 hours. Right?
4 hours.
So the thing is, they told me your driver will come in at 11 p.m. now, 11 at night. So I was stressed out the whole day. I couldn't think, man. So I was just packing in. I was like, I'm going home.
We're going back home. You have no money.
I'm just
you don't have any saving.
Nothing. That was when things started getting bad. So I just I wasn't in a position to think out of the box. I was now being scared. I was being
it's not in your own country.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I started feeling bad for myself. Why did I end up like this?
This situation. Like from a winning, now you are coming to a loser. Coming home without anything.
Not anything. You just left Kibera. It's been actually it was around. That was my first 6 months, so I was still under probation. So they were legally allowed to terminate contract within the first 6 months. That's the catch. You can't do something like.
So you can't go back to another, maybe look for another job.
No, because I'm going to tell you what happened, but you see the whole situation became so tough. So you know what I did? The company driver came at night at 11 p.m. and we went. I told him, yes, just take me to the airport. I'll be going back home. We went to the airport. My flight was supposed to be 6 a.m. I slept. I didn't take my flight. I refused to take that risk of coming back home broke. So I slept at the airport and I told myself I'm not going back home.
Hey!
So I slept at the airport. I didn't take my flight. I didn't check in. I went inside the airport, but I didn't check in.
Oh, you didn't check in?
Yes. So I went inside the airport. I slept over the airport seats there until the next day, 9 a.m. in the morning. And they paid me for that month, they paid me some cash for 70% because I didn't work, so they just paid me 70%. So I had some money. And I decided to look for a hostel yeah, in now Budapest. You know, this is my first time now in Budapest.
Yeah, first
Because
time
I came straight from Germany, then I went to Vienna again and went to Zombaty, because Zombaty is I think they have a close border with Austria, so we didn't come in from Budapest, right? So I went in and slept in the airport. I booked a hotel, booked an hostel. So you know, in Europe, there's these hostels you can book just a bed. You just book a bed.
A bed.
Yeah. So there's this three style hostel in Budapest. Yeah. I booked that place for 2 weeks. So I gave myself 2 weeks to get a new job. And you know,
like how many?
What? It's per night.
Yeah. Per night, how many dollars per night?
So they charged me around $7. It was cheap, $7 per night.
Oh, $7.
Yes.
So you paid for 2 weeks.
I paid for 2 weeks. And I gave myself. So I went shopping. I looked for food. You know, when you book those hostels, they give you a shared kitchen, and there's everything. You know, you can cook, you can shower, you can do all that. Yeah. So I did that. I booked the 7 for 2 weeks. Then I gave myself. I motivated myself. I have to get a new. I don't have an option. I have to get a new job.
Obviously, even for me, I will never like go back home. You are broke. Everybody
But
was.
you see, with that decision, it really needs. You have to be emotionally intelligent, because first you now don't have a flight.
For real.
You remember, you don't have a flight now.
Yeah.
So, but if anything happens, you'll end up in the street. If you didn't get a job, you also end up in the street, and also maybe you might end up in the immigration center. You might be deported because now you don't have a job. That means you're being there illegally.
Yeah.
So I tried to now. I gave myself 2 weeks to get a new job.
No, now strategizing.
Yes, I forgot I was sick now. I was sick. I used to work you know, the first time being in town, like for example, you come from the up country now to Nairobi.
Yeah, to Nairobi.
And you don't know anything.
You have no idea of anything.
I was like that in Budapest town. So I was just walking to places. Man, you know, this happened. I'm looking for a job. And you know, the best people there, they are the people who are foreigners. You know, other foreigners, leave alone the natives, like Hungarian people.
Yeah.
The young people there, they are very nice, right? But foreigners, they understand, because they're also foreigners. So I met some few Indians, and the first people who tried to help me to get a new job. So within the first 2 weeks, I actually managed to get a job.
Wow, that was amazing.
But this was now the tech job. This was a handy job.
Handy job, not
very hard job.
Not.
You have to use a physical.
You are used to computers. Now you are going to.
And I didn't want them to know that I was just from the hospital, because they will not give me the job.
Yeah, for real.
I just decided to be strong, and you know, I can do
any kind of job.
You know, the panels. You know those panels they use to storage.
Yeah.
No, not panel, pallets.
Pallets. Yeah.
You know pallets.
Yeah.
Yes. It was a company that produces those pallets. So you have to, lift the pallets and throw them. So I was like, I need to first figure out. So I need, if you get a job, they give you accommodation and give you.
No, these are way of surviving. Now
you have to survive.
Yeah, like a man. Now you need to go and survive.
So that was the first that I got that job. I went there for. I went there, met the manager, Gabriela, and she told me, so I didn't have my driving license yet, so it was like, do you know how to do forklift now? So they told me to just do the hard work there for, lifting those pallets and repairing them, and I was like, hey, this is very hard, but I'm going to try because I need this.
Because now you are in a survival mode.
So I did that I went there to train for like 8 hours. So
training for 8 hours?
Yes, to try to see if I can do the job. Bro, in the evening I couldn't carry my shoulders. So I was like, yes. Hey. The next day, I told myself I'm not going back there. I don't get a good job.
You lifted your hand.
I just called them. I told them, man, I'm not coming back. Why? No, I can't manage this one. So I also went now to look for other jobs. Then I got another job as a receptionist.
No, at least now kinda.
Yeah. I was just lucky enough to meet people who knew some places where I could get jobs.
I think God was on your side.
Yes, I met this person called Kashmiri. You can search Kashmiri Hungary. This person is a very nice person. He's Indian, but there's a place called Kashmiri. So that guy was the one who connected me with the receptionist job in one of the there's this businessman there. He has a very nice hotel, so he connected me as a receptionist there. So Kashmiri, man, thank you. I know
maybe one day you will see this story.
Kashmiri, when you search Kashmiri Hungary, that guy, I went there, I told him, man, hi, what's up, man? And he told me, I'm looking for a job. He told me, you look for a job? I know someone, I can get you a job. And he video called the guy and told him, I have somebody here from Africa, he's looking for a job. And I said, yes. The guy told him, let him come, we can talk. So again, it's 4 hours from Budapest, and it's another place. So
but you have no option now. Like,
I have no option.
You have no option. You need to go.
And I need to stabilize myself first. So I went there to another place called Letenye. This is a very nice place also. So it's a village, and I just realized after getting there that I was the only the black person around
again now.
So I will attract crowd because they'll only see black people on TV, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe if they go to Budapest.
Now that you are live, now everybody
everybody will come and say hi. What's up? They don't speak English. So it was like always like
translate around.
They were just curious and all that. Yeah, so
they want to see what is in Africa.
Yes, they want to touch your skin, and you have a nice skin in your hair. And they thought this was wig, actually. They don't believe this is real hair because for them they have very nice soft hair.
So they are like these are
just some wrangles, like this. They were like, they'll touch and this is your hair, real hair. Yes, it's my real hair. They'll just try to pull it like to see if it's real hair. No, just let them. Yeah, because it was just fine. I'm not that. So if they come, they want to touch my skin. I'm like, yeah, touch my hair, touch yours. Yeah, so they're very curious. And this is where I got the receptionist job. It's a very nice hotel. So if you're in Hungary and you want a place, you can go there. Because they helped me, I can promote them anyway. Yeah, so that guy helped me so much, and they gave me the job, gave me up, there. They gave me now a comfort life.
Like the name of the hotel?
It's Radik Panzio Atrium.
Yeah. We are marketing for you guys.
Because that guy really saved my life, man. Because he gave me time, he gave me everything. In fact, you know what he told me? He took me in, gave me a room. My room had even a swimming pool. Yeah, he gave me a very nice room with a very nice relaxing area. He gave me everything, and also he gave me there was a bicycle to just move in town, and also anything like
he was there
at that point. I had no money, I had nothing.
Like he was there for you for anything you want.
So food free, like the housing free, and he also was offering to teach me how to manage the hotel system. Yeah, so I was like, I would go there and learn everything.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. I think God was on your side.
Very, very much on my side.
Yeah, God never abandoned you.
I think my parents were really playing at home. Because I was meeting people that I didn't know, like.
And you get a connection. But guys, when you have a good heart, every time I say, when you have a good heart and you show people that you're like the way you are a real person, you're not faking anything, many people will reach out to help you.
Yeah.
So many. So maybe your good heart attracted, and God like just reconnected you with the good people.
Yes.
Yeah.
That guy he gave me very nice. He gave me a very good accommodation there, and it was just in the border between Hungary and Croatia, the hotel. So I just used to relax. I would wake up at 9 because there's nothing much to do, and most visitors come in around 6 to the room. So I'm really busy.
I'm imagining from hospital, come to hard work, now
getting fired, now
getting fired, and now you are at least.
Yeah.
Somehow now life is
starting to come up. I wasn't recovered fully yet, actually, at that time. So this guy, I don't know if he noticed, but he was just, no, don't worry about it, just relax.
And you never shared about if you are sick, because maybe
I was afraid to share I was sick. Because people maybe
judge you, like
not even judge you. They will maybe think you're not ready to work.
Yeah,
they will not ready to
like
work,
you're giving excuses. Maybe
they'll feel like it wouldn't be fit for you to get the job. if you're sick, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I'll recover I just need a job, I'll recover later. So that's how I was trying to, And this guy, the owner of the Radic Panzer, this guy showed me a lot of things. He showed me how to ride a horse, he's the first person who showed me how to drive.
So
and he gave me a Mustang GT to drive, for my first time, in a supercar, Mustang is for me, that's one.
You started your driving school at that?
Yes, I started training there.
What? I feel like you are so favored. For us, when you start driving classes, you went maybe for Pro Box, a very small car.
You started training me with the Mustang.
But you are so lucky to have a Mustang as your first.
Training me with the Mustang, bro. Do this. And we didn't speak direct English, so we would just use sign language. Sign language.
Like having
let's go and just laugh. He was an old man, so he really loved my company. And the wife also was there, very supportive. And we also had some Indian friends. Ravi, my friend is called Ravi.
Ravi, wherever you are.
The Indian friend was the one who he was always ensuring that we hit. Yeah, I had a really nice connection, and that was just the start, of it. So that job was okay, the boss got me a lawyer. We went to the immigration to do fingerprints and everything. Yeah, and
so you later shared what have happened.
No, they knew. I just told them I needed a new job because the last job I
from the last job.
So with at that time when you lose one job, you're given 30 days to get another job.
No.
Because I didn't take my flight, so I still had 30 days to get another job. So the company that left, that fired me, they had no idea. Probably they thought
I'm so curious to know this. What if after that days you have not secured any job? Are you?
So you can secure a job. There are two things here. You can secure a job, but now you can fail to get the documents within 30 days. If you fail to get the documents,
now you are deported.
To renew, you can get deported back to restart the process again. You're being expelled to restart the process again. That's what happened at the end of the day. I'm going to share it to you someday. But if you get successful to get documentation, because you really need right lawyers and the right documents. But I had everything, so this guy had everything planned. The lawyer was okay, so he was able to schedule me for a fingerprint session. But
very fast.
But now I felt like I messed up. I messed up. The thing was, I had a very nice life, but I felt like I was not making much money. Yeah, I was having the luxurious life.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, my home is Kibera. I need to change home, right? So I need to get money.
You have that money mentality.
Yes,
you need to change everything.
I needed to make money, right? So what happened is the job was the environment was nice, but the job was not paying much, and most of the time was just having fun. So the few times I was working, maybe 6 hours is what you earn.
So the rest is
just having fun around, and I was not there for fun. I went there to work and get money to change home, right?
Yeah, you had that mentality. My home, I need to change everything.
So I approached that the guy, and I told him, man, I need to. I don't know. While there, I was also applying for other jobs, which I felt I did something very bad because the guy was willing to help me, but I told him I don't feel like I'm making much here, so I got another offer from another company back to Deportation. So I was in the verge of making decisions.
So you were just weighing.
So I was weighing myself. Should I enjoy life or go make money?
So you are
because you see the difference. You see here I was making around let's say 100,000 Kenya shillings here at the hotel. But the job the offer I got later offered me something like around 250,000 plus.
Yeah,
so it's more. So I was like, should I keep enjoying life?
Because now I have a Mustang. Because driving a Mustang, being a reception at the hotel, working few hours, and then having
a swimming pool just below my bedroom.
But you know, guys, the goal is
to change home. And then
change home.
They're not
look
my
for
place.
money.
It's not my place. I'll live there and come back to Kibera. And if I don't do anything, see, I'll still have the same life. So that was where I was conflicting with myself, right? And now I had to go back to. I had to do the tough decision and decide to leave the guy.
But I think you made the good decision, because at the end of the day, you can't be enjoying life and people at home depending on you. You know, at the end of the month,
You have
like,
to, yeah.
you need to send something to.
There's
them
something
and
called
make
black
them-
tax in
Yeah.
Africa.
In
So
Africa, in our families,
you have to pay black tax.
yeah, you need to make everything in.
Some people don't actually do this, but for me, I feel like it's a blessing because
Yeah, it
why
is.
would I keep money if my sister or my dad is sleeping hungry, right?
Yeah. For
So
you.
I know I have
Doesn't
to
make
change,
sense.
but you just have to do it calculatively. So if I have money, I can't keep-
Everyone in the family
Yeah.
should be have that fruit.
I mean, it's just our culture. So
It's our culture, African culture.
So every end month you have to send some few dollars home.
Yeah, your friends
Keep them
also.
alive.
Yeah, your
But
friends.
also you have to do it calculatively because you also have to make businesses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if you have the chance, a lot of people don't.
But for me, I will really say, helping your parents, your family in general, and maybe friends. But it's a blessing.
It's a blessing.
And for me, many times I see it working, because for instance, you can have maybe 100, maybe let's say $25, and then you decide I'm going to give it out to my family and remain being empty, like being I don't have anything now. You give it out, but maybe when you wake up in the morning, maybe you find maybe more money compared to $25 you had yesterday. So sometimes for me, I feel like it's a blessing.
It's a blessing because you.
So from getting now you decided to get done with the reception job.
Yeah, I told the guy, man, I actually need to get. I just told him. I thanked him. I told him, man, even if you're not trying, you're good. I appreciate it. I told him, even if you're not going to pay me the salary, it's okay. But I really need to take this other job offer because it will help me.
Like in a good way now.
Yeah, in a good way because, man, I have we from nothing. We're building from scratch.
Yeah, from scratch.
So you have to
be
figure it
thankful.
out.
Yeah.
So I just told him, man, you see, I appreciate what you've done for me, but so I have to take this other offer because it's also aligned with my career and also it doesn't conflict with my beliefs of my self-awareness, So I just decided to take this other offer. So I left. He didn't want me to leave. Actually, that's the first time we had that disagreement. No, why will you leave?
Why? If it's money, I will add.
No. It was not money, but I felt like it was like we can take time here. Okay, which is I think also it's if I would have thought it that way, it would be a nice thing also because I could have learned experiences of managing the hotel and everything. But I also sometimes we make decisions. So I made the bad decision anyway.
Yeah, you can't make. But for me, I just felt like it was a good decision because you know
why it was a bad decision. I'm going to tell you why it was a bad decision.
So for you, it was a bad decision.
At the end of the day, I realized I could have just stayed there. You see, I'm here now. That's what I'm telling you. It's a bad decision. I'm here. I'm in Kenya.
You're in Kenya.
Yeah. So this is how it was a bad decision. How I'm going to tell you. So I got this other job, right? So I left again to this other place, and also these people were amazing. The people I met, they were always amazing. I met this guy called Urmat. Yeah, Urmat. He's from. He was now the floor manager for that company, and here we were just doing with.
To take now you are.
No, we're from a receptionist job. Now here it's more like you're supporting the factory, but we are updating the databases and also clearing orders. When it comes to clear orders, so it's more of a warehouse thing. So it's just in the warehouse. You're just busy in the warehouse, but it's a food warehouse. It's called Kifli. Yeah, if in Budapest, Kifli. So those times when you get orders from Kifli, you put your orders through Kifli. You are the one dealing with the orders. Okay. So I got to meet Urmat. and now we were not working directly for Kifli, but under the agency now. And Urmat was the floor manager. I just met him on Facebook. I was like, bro, man, we have this job. You can come and try it out. And I went out and I tried it out and I said, it might work. It might work. And I also had the chance to make more money. So I was like, yeah, I'm only here for the money, man. So I came in and I took the job. They gave me an apartment, yes, and they paid for my, they always pay for your monthly ticket. So you don't worry about a transport system. The transport system in Europe is well organized compared to the Kenyan market.
Kenya,
Yeah.
I said before, in Kenya, owning a car is like a big thing.
Yes, it's
but
very big.
It's an achievement. The whole village can celebrate because you have a car.
Yeah. And therefore, my 2 months salary, I would buy a car. You see, it's very cheap. I mean, not a supercar, but a car.
A car,
like a Toyota Corolla or something like that.
But in Kenya, you can work maybe the whole life to get a car.
You see, the problem is, here in Kenya, you paying rent, you paying electrical bills, you get maybe, we don't have a defined basic salary, right?
Yeah, we don't.
Yes, so you get maybe 30,000, 10,000 goes to rent, around 2,000 goes back to electrical bills and water bills.
Family.
You still have a family, maybe 2, 4, 3,000. Then you still have to pay fare, another 5,000.
Fare, food. Like,
yeah, so you end up surviving.
What we are saying, in Kenya, the government haven't come with a, like in other countries where maybe you can take a car and like a loan car and then you pay it slowly. But in Kenya, it doesn't exist.
You see, so the car loans, but they are for civil workers. The ones that have permanent jobs, like teachers, they can have a car, but now they get deducted every month. But you see, for most of Kenyans, not everybody is a civil worker. Only 2% is I don't know how many, but small percentage.
A small percentage is working. Those people working in government, at least they get the benefit of.
But you see, in Europe, imagine. Okay, for example, myself, I was given a room, right? I was given a room, and they paid for my transport, right? So if there's no company driver, they used to pay for my.
So the company gives you a room.
A room, so that your salary will never be touched for rent, right? So still remember, I'm under 25 years old, so I get extra 60,000. 60,000 on my salary. Then you get to have they pay you monthly ticket if you don't have a car for transport now around Budapest town. Unless you're going outside, it's when you can pay for your own transport. Maybe you're going to different, but within the town, like working to work and all that, they pay for that. Or if they don't, they add it to your salary, right? If you use your own money, they add it to your salary. So the only thing you're looking for here, and we have laundry, right? So you only buy the food and the laundry, like soaps, those ones. So you end up saving like a lot of your salary. Like you save more because you won't, like you'll pay less for food. I don't have a girlfriend to spend on money there, so I only have myself, my family back at home. So you save a lot, right? So on 3-4 months you can save at least something that you could have worked for more than 6 months here in Kenya.
Yes. For real?
Yes.
Like for 1 month you save.
2 months you can save.
2 months.
6 months.
Like
yeah. Of which in Kenya you could not save because you've been circles,
Like circles, you can get money. You can get money and then all of the money is gone. Family, your daily expenses, and then at the end of the month you get the salary, but use it all. So that's the best part of working there. So I can say you had a good working experience there. And
it was a good experience there. Now for this other job now, we are on the third job. I mean the fourth job. The first one was the tech support. Now you remember the pallet one. Now receptionist. Now I'm back as a floor support.
In a company
for factory.
Factory.
So yes, so we were and I used to do the odd jobs. For example,
guys, Ken has a very interesting story, but we are going to the other story. You are going to give it a part 2, and we say part 2,
but only if you like the story.
So guys,
we don't want to give you something you don't like.
So guys, go to the comment section, type if you would like this segment to go along.
Yes. This is a chit chat.
A chit chat. We are introducing a chit chat to this channel because we did our research and found it's a good idea to do it, but you can also share your idea with us because not all the time we are doing projects, because we also have a lot in this channel. We need to have our lifestyle, chit chat, projects, so not every time is project on our life. We also need to like experiencing what we have experienced so far in our lives. In each and every day experience. So if you like it, guys, go to the comment section and type part 2, because part 2 is going to
be amazing. So
Ken has worked for
four companies, right?
4 companies. So we need to what lead to him being in Kenya now. So we are going to know. We are going to know. Yeah, we are going to know soon enough what he's doing in Kenya, because he's a genius in IT. He's a guy who I know is very talented. Can I say talented? Or skilled?
Very skilled.
Very skilled in IT. So, do you have anything, Ken, to say?
So what I would say, because of this session, just tell us if you really need to listen to the next part, and don't worry about it. We are here to tell you this.
Yeah, story. Because guys, we have so many questions. Like for me, I have so many questions. Did you date in? Did you have a girlfriend in Hungary?
Yeah.
So we need to know a lot. Like
there's a lot.
Yeah, we need to know if she dated, what kind of woman she likes. Yeah, we'll get along to know all those in part 2. So guys, you have come to the end of the video. But before we end this video, here comes the Wisdom Corner. Guys, our Wisdom Corner comes from today's life story, and here it goes. Travel is the only thing you can buy that makes you richer, except for maybe avocados and bad decision with your great stories. So guys, it has been a great moment, and we appreciate for the love you are showing us on our videos. Continue liking, subscribing, sharing our videos all over the world. And let me say, we love you.
Yes.
We love you. So guys, we love you so much. Take care. Let's meet on the next episode. So bye bye. Peace and blessings always.